Still working on getting that checklist written down, eh? Yep, still working on it. All right, so unfortunately today I've lost my chat. I don't know what's happened to it. I'll get into that later. We're doing the blue line for the Lego Voltron kit. Of course, mine's the KO because money. Yeah, let's get stuck in. I can't imagine it being too dissimilar to the previous line. I mean, there are going to be going to third spot. Sorry, the light's just making it so I can't read the manual. Oh, wait. That is just nestling in there? Well, it's in there pretty hard, so okay. I remember the other one being okay. Maybe it is going to be quite a bit of a different build because I remember the previous one. Let's have a look at that just for a moment. If we go back, yes. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, so just something I noticed. Okay, it's these first two instructions are the same but completely different at the same time. Keeps you thinking. Okay, so those are into those points there. And then this one here is and that looks right there to me. Cool. We'll put that one aside just for now. Grab one of these. How many is that? It must be 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yep. Okay, so that's 10. We want this little red guy here with a little clip on the end. My big ass fingers block the view of it. And we're just going to pop that on there. And then we've got this little green single round. I know I said that last time I would sit down and look up the terminology and names of all the Lego parts in the world, or their general terms, and I did not. Okay, 1x2 pink on top of there, and then this one we're coming over to here. Okay, that one just lines up on there. Give it a good squeeze. And there we go. Now, we're taking one of these, going straight over the top there. Making that all rigid, tight, good. Okay, and we're going to take these ones. The blue is just a little bit tricky to see. Okay, we might have to just bring them in. I'll just keep grabbing it backwards and forwards. It'll be okay. And notice I kicked the camera there. Oh yeah. Yep. No. I wanted to do an update this morning. OBS wanted to do an update this morning. Didn't. There we go. So we're just filling in that bit there. And then my computer had a hissy fit while I was trying to do that. So maybe that's why things have gone a bit awry this morning with my computer. Okay, so we want this one, and this one. Okay, so little, I keep forgetting to hold it up. There we go. So that one there. That one pops into there. So that one should come into here. These bricks feel a little bit tighter than the other ones. I'm not complaining. Okay, and we'll put that aside for now. It looks like we're going to be focusing on most of these. Yes. Unfortunately, that just happened. Just noticed. That okay. So we didn't lose the little round piece. So that's quite fortunate. Happy about that. So where do we start? We start with this one. Then we put one of that on to the back there. Take that 2x1 grey, pop that on there. Then looks like we're taking 2x2 flat grey, pop it on there. Okay, and then, oh, a little bit of complex building there. Multiple parts in one hit. So we've got the single axle on the fat 2x1. Excuse me. Single there, and then this little red guy is going here. And that's going to create a clippy system that goes click in there to make his make him turn into the foot mode. Okay, so that piece, no. We need to flip that. We've still got pieces to go. I don't know why I thought it was finished. Okay, that one goes on there. Like that. This one, flat red, goes on the top. Okay, and we're good there. Rightio. Now, the next one is, I might need to lay the manual out so I can see into the edges. I have a thing about seeing into the full picture of something, like if it's cut off. Doesn't matter. Okay, so this one goes one straight into there. This one goes into the number 2 position. And then this one goes into number 3. So we've got that white guy, and it goes 2 off the end and 1, 2 there. Okay, so we've got that one there. Then we go for these pieces. When I was sorting through all of this, I discovered that I had a few pieces left over, but I'm willing to bet, okay, brown, 1 green on there, the turquoise, and then the pink to build that up. And so that's all good there. And then we take this one, just like the earlier one, and surprise, surprise, we're going to just drop that right on the top there. Drop it on the top. Yeah, good English, isn't that? And there we go. so we've got 3 beginning pieces. Let's get into our next bag. Of course, being a third-party kit, I'd go through and sort all the bits and make sure they're all there. Can't guarantee that it came with the greatest of accuracy in my sorting, but there would be some degree of accuracy. Okay, let's flip it over. We're going to grab a 3, pop it there, grab a 2, pop it on there. That's very much what we did with the previous part. That one goes in there. That one just pops on there. And our next one, when I was a kid I remember those ones, but I like the ones that were 3 long with the angle. They just looked so much cooler. I always liked the sleeker, longer angles with things when I was a kid. Must say, I probably still do now. Okay, so this really gives not a lot of an idea what we're supposed to do with this, but it looks like the red end goes face down and there. No, that's not right. That does not look right at all. Okay, so the black one, it's in line with 1, 2, 3, and yep. Okay, and this one. Okay, so there we go. Then we want 2 8s. I'm assuming they're called 8s. Yes, that looks like there. Okay. Sorry, went off screen for a moment there. I do have a habit of doing that. My desk is a little bit longer or deeper than it would appear. Okay, so we've got those fixed onto there. Now we want another one of that and a 2 blue. Oh, right, we'll just put that there. The smallest instruction right down the bottom there. Okay, so put that on there. Then we're going to take 4x4. Let's put this one here, put that there, and then it's a flat top. That is just going to go right there. Right there. There we go. Okay, so our next one is 2 of these, 1 and 2. They're just going to clip into the bottom of there and into the bottom of there. Okay, so we've got 2 right angles. I feel the right angles probably would have been easier to put on before those bits, but yeah. Okay, just popping those in there. Sorry, I'm making this so easy to follow, aren't I? Okay, that one into there, and another one of these. A 2x1 grey going into the side. Why do I get the feeling we might be building the head? I've had that feeling as well last time I did it, and it turned out it wasn't even close to becoming the head, is it? No. Okay. So we've got one of that. That is going right there. We've got the grey on the opposing side. That popped on way too easy. That's a little loose. hey, it's a knockoff. What do you expect? Okay. That one goes there. And that goes onto there. Right, now we want 2 tall blue, and they will go on the front. They're just singles onto the front there. And then this goes on there. Okay, definitely not the head. Right, now we want 2 3s, or 2 1x3s in blue, just to lock that into place. I wonder if a house, if you built it with Lego, I mean, like, it would cost a lot of Lego to build. Didn't James May build a house with Lego? I just wonder how structurally sound you could make that. So, I mean, that's pretty rigid there. Well, until you twist it that way. And then it just... But, like, yeah. I mean, if you have enough stuff interlocking, meshing. Anyway. Right, our next one is... Okay, we're taking one of that and putting it there. This one here, the black one, we're putting that on there. And then we have 2 right angles going into these. What's there? Oh, look at that. See, I had a spare right angle. I was sure I had counted them all and done properly. Okay, and then we've got 2 of these, a 1x3. They're going to go on either side of the 2x4 that we put down earlier. Right, and our next one, we want 2 of these, and would you look at that, another piece that I missed. At least we're going through the spares early today, or should I say the not spares, but I have them anyway. Pieces. Okay, so that one's going to go in there. It's just going to pop onto there. And then these. So they're a white one, but they've only got half the top pegs. There we go. And then we've got 6 of these, and we're going to put one on each side of the white one there. And then we're going to put another one at the very front up here. That one's going to go there. Right there, and just trying to reach that piece that tried to escape. And there we go. Page 2, bag 2 done. And so far it is, sorry, covering my mouth there. So far it is quite a different assembly. Like, it's not hugely different, but there's a few little changes that make it its own thing. Okay, so let's grab bag number 3. Did I bump the camera a few times there? I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, let's go. Okay, some new and interesting pieces. just put that to the side for now. We want this one. I don't know why, but I understand the purpose of them, but I just hate this piece. It's just a piece that I hate. No concrete reason as to why. Okay, and we've got a 1x4, and we've got 2 of these. Now, if I remember from last time, that goes there, that goes on there, and that is the wrong piece. That is absolutely the wrong piece. Oh dear, I have made a rather large mistake. Hey, bear with me for just a moment. It shouldn't take too long to find this one. I mean, where is that going to end up anyway? Alright, so it's going to be his fill-in butt flap. Did I? Yes, no, I have made a mistake. I have got the wrong piece. But, yes, because otherwise that assembly is going to be upside down and we can't have that connecting onto there. So it must be in here. But also by looking at it, if I can't find it right now, we can pop it on at the end. Okay. There we go. Got it. So I'd mixed. Check it out. Big difference. So, small mistake, and I'm so happy we found that quickly. I really am. Okay, so let's carry on with this. It goes there. Sorry, a little biscuit stuck in my head. Now this one here, I'm just trying to figure that. Oh, okay. Radio. So that goes onto there. Oh, that would have been so easy just to fix that. But it does need that little bit of strength. So there we go. Crisis averted. Now we want 2 of the 2x3s, 2 2x2s, 1 1x6, and 1 green 1x2. Putting the green on top of the blue one there. And 6 on top, and the 2x4 or 2x2 or a 4 flat. I really must look it up. Then again, it's my build, it's my toy. I can talk about it how I wish, I guess. Yeah, that's going to be our. There we go. So that's that on there. Looking pretty cool. Okay, we want 1 and 1. And that's going to go across that section just there. And this one here is just going to go on the top there. Sweet. Okay, now this one we need two 2x4s. We need 4 of these little slanted ones and 4 of those. Sorry, get caught up in thoughts and building. Okay, so I'm going to take these odd little ones with 2 pins in the middle missing. Just build it up like that. That's going to go there. Repeat on the same side. And then we're going to take all of these and pop it onto here. And repeat on the same side. And you end up with something like that. Okay, so I'm guessing we're looking at Alright, let's get into the next part. So I'm trying to decide what music to put on my phone at the moment. I'm definitely going to chuck on some Limp Bizkit because 2 1x2s and the teal. Is it teal? My daughter was here, she'd be able to tell me, but she's... That doesn't feel... No, that doesn't hold on too well at all. It doesn't tap off, so that's okay. And so these 2 little grill bits go there. What has he got in place of the grills? This is quite different. It really is. Okay, so we're going to build up these bits. Okay, so we're going to put a pink on a turquoise. I don't know why we have pink parts on it. I'll ask my friend when he comes over on Friday. And then he'll be able to fill me in on all of it. He is a Lego fan. His budget for Lego is more than the budget for my house. But dude's good at it and he loves it. So I was planning on doing mecha model building, but the price on this was too good to ignore. Sorry, I'm not going through building this very well for you at the moment. So we're just building that piece up like that. And that one is probably going to go right there. There we go. And we'll repeat on the same side. Hopefully. There we go. And now we want to flip it over and spin it around. There we go. And we want 2 of those, 2 of those. These ones, just going to slide into there. There. And there. And these ones just locking all of that into place. And that is the end of page number 3 and bag number 3. Looking good. Feels good. Let's get on to our next page. And down goes Perceptor. Giant microscope, and you can't see that coming. Okay, bag number 3. Right, so when I was looking for the missing piece before, I put my bags all out of order. There we go. Also, so I said we'd finish number 3. 3 was the main number on my mind, not 4. So just going to have a little sip of water, getting a little dry. Okay, now we want one of those, one of these, one of these, one of that, and one of that. And that feels like half the bag's already gone. Okay, so we're going to take... Oh, we want 3 of those. So that one going on to there. That on to there. And 4 on there. Now that doesn't seem quite right. No, I've put that together wrong. Okay, I've done something wrong here, that's for certain. Let's go back a step and have a look. No, I've done that bit right. It's just this bit I can't seem to figure out. We'll just have a look in here. Right, so that one goes there. So that is correct now. These bluebirds go on to... Oh, wait. See, that space there. And now it fits. And so, I messed that bit up much. I had still put it up on wrong, but I hadn't messed it up that much. Okay, then we're taking 2 of these ones. They're the 2 wide fat with side pegs or front pegs, or are they even called pegs? Okay, so there we go. And then we've got, okay, this is new. So we want 2 of that, 1 of that, and 1 of that. Sorry, I'm just looking, I'm anticipating having to build this twice, but maybe not. So 2 flats together, the red on one side and the blue on the other. And then we're just going to pop that straight onto the side there. Oh, that feels nice and tight though. That's good. Okay, and then we've got one of that, 1 of that, 1 by 2, 2 by 4 flat top, and a 2 by 4 regular. So let's have a look how these pieces are going to go. It's just a little bit loose. Sorry, I could see where it was going, but I couldn't see where the line was. So that one's going to go just in there, which would make sense. So that one there pulls that side down. Okay, and then the angle bit's just going into that side there, and 1 angle bit coming into the side here. Then the flat top is just going to go onto that little section there, covering up those. Okay, and carrying on with it, facing that way. Okay, 1 of that, 2 of these, and 1 of that. I don't know why we're putting 2 of those underneath that to build it up. Wouldn't have been made just as much sense to go with it. Is that right? I just want to make sure I get those into the right position. I didn't have them in the right position. They're supposed to be going that way, in accordance with the instructions. And then just going to not stick this on. For some reason it doesn't want to. There we go. So this must be the front. Okay, now it looks like we're going to build up this side. So see, like this, with this one here, we've got 1 and no. There we go. As I said earlier, I did have a few spare pieces yesterday after I to the sorting. So I have very definitely made a couple of mistakes in my sorting. I expected as much. Not as many as I made on the yellow line though. Yellow line, I had a bag full of spares and I was like, whoa. But it's cool. Okay, popping that onto there. It is very much the same as last time. So we're going to put the red there. Blue 2x4 there. And then the angled one right there. Okay, and oh, hello chatbot, nice to meet you. If I wasn't for chatbots, I wouldn't have any chat at all. Okay, so we're going to put that onto there. So we're still facing this way. Yep. Wait, did I? Oh, I totally missed step number 40 on this side. Okay, so put one under there. That goes on there. Blue there. Because I was thinking, I wonder if that's going to get filled in. Sure enough, there it is. Okay. Let's go back and finish this step that we skipped last time. Bit of a mistake there, but that's all right. And there we go. That is page number 4 done. I feel like I'm rushing this. It's mainly just the computer's getting a little bit warm there. You get into a groove and you just go with it. You just can't kind of help it. Okay. On to bag number 5, halfway point. Okay, spare pieces out of the way. So straight off we're going to be building this one up again. So we want red 1x2 and a red 2x2 and a 4x4. I call it a roof piece. Just going to pop that right into there. That's a healthy snap on that, wasn't it? Okay, and then we're going to use these flat ones. So we've got one of that, 2 right angles, and 2 3x1 flats, and a 1x1. Okay, so they are going to go, let's put these right angles in first. Right, okay. I was looking at it and I was thinking, how's that going to work? So I was thinking there should be a little peg there, but there isn't. Okay, that there. On the top there. And we want to take this one, let's pop it on the top there. And these ones, we're going to fill in just the back there, but not this row, not so far anyway. There we are. Now we need 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and for these we're going to be just popping these all along here, straight down the side here, to give it some shape. This is going to be interesting to see how this builds up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. I would repeat on the opposite side, not on the same side. Same thing, but on the opposing side. Okay, those are all on, looking good. Getting there. Okay, then we want 2 1x2s and 2 1x3s, both of them in blue. So much blue, you'd think it's the blue line or something. Alright, I'll just put those in there. I'm guessing the next one's going to be a 1x3 flat and 1x2 flat, and they're going to go in opposing of what we already stuck down. So it's got 2 and then 3, but then we're going 3 and then 2, because the more stuff you have crisscrossing and interlacing, the more strength there is. All right, there we go. So looking, I need a better camera setup. So looking at these, there's a bit of difference there, but also quite much the same. So let's have a look. What are we doing next? Oh, we need tweezers. Okay, so we'll start building this up. We need that one. So we're building up a square. Really? Yeah. But it's 3x3 square, 2 flat white singles, yellow singles on either side, and then a 3x3. Building that up like that. And then we just want that, and that's going to pop onto there. And we're going to put that onto there. But first, we're going to put on the number 4 sticker. And there we go. Number 4. And there we go. We have that now. Right, so what is our next step? Well, I think this might not actually be the construction of the head, but the construction of the foot. The flat of Voltron's foot. So like, basically it's the part of this part of the body. Okay. This is awkward because I can't see the full of the manual. But I can see enough and I can remember enough from yesterday's build to see what I need to be doing. Right, and then we're going to go with the black. Black, then green. Oh, I can actually just copy everything off this bottom picture. That's going to work out a bit easier for me, because I'm pretty sure all the pieces we need are right down here. I'm sorry, I need to fold this manual out just for this last page, this last section. Okay, blue goes there, then a white, and another green goes there. Right, so that bit needs building up, but also from my spare brick collection, don't seem to be that spare after all. Okay, that one pops on there. Okay, building that one up to make. Oh, there's going to be a hinge of some sort. I can't remember. Or is it? Yeah, no, these clip in somewhere else. Okay, and that is the end of page number 5, bag number 5. Got to start with something there. Okay, let's get number 6 involved. Oh. Alright, we're going to be taking a break for about 5 minutes. Just need to get up and walk around for a little wee bit. Sitting down for too long isn't necessarily good for your health. And it's certainly not good for my back at the moment. Then again, more as walking around for long periods of time. It's a crapshoot, really. This bag just looks so teeny though, and we could get it done so quickly. Right, okay, we're going to pause for a moment. We'll be back as soon as we can, probably be about 5 minutes or so. So please, get up, walk around, get yourself a drink, go to the bathroom. Take 5 minutes to look after yourself. We'll be back soon. Alright, I'm just going to assume that we're back. Yep, my hand's popped up on the screen now. Right, so we are carrying on with page number 16, or 6, bag number 6. Right, so we're going to start off with, keep that oriented that way, we've got a 2x4, it's going across the top there, 2x2 flat, that's just going to go on there. Two by one, right there. And then we're going to grab some more. We've got a 2x1 red. That's going to go on the end. 2x4. That's going to pop right there. And then two 2x1s. Another one from the spare parts pile. So that's popped back on there. So that's going pretty good. Okay, and next one. We want 4 of these, and the light glare makes it hard to see. Okay, I'm just going to build these up on the side. So we go one there, one right there. Flip that over, one on each side of that. It's so funny because there's these round pieces and you think, oh, that's going to be the head, but then it's kind of, wait, but it's not the head, it's that. So, right, we've got those ones in place. Now we want 2 black flats, 2 1x2 greys, and we're going to build these up. Oh no, just one of those. Oopsie. Okay, so that onto there, and then these 2 blacks into here. Black pieces. Okay, that one there, just one. Pops on there. No, it's not the tightest fitting piece. Okay, we want that one and 2 of these. One pops just in the middle. And then these ones side by side. Just onto the top there. Or front. Well, it's going to be the top, isn't it? Or is it? No, that's going to be the bottom because just looking at that picture down there. Alrighty, then we want 2 of these, one on each side. There we go. Right, now let's separate these out. We want one of these ones, which I confused with another piece when I was sorting them, and that created a hold up earlier, but it's fine now. One of these, and a red 2x1. Red 2x1 is on the top there. Oh, we want 2 of these. One there, one there, and that one goes there. Creating that. Isn't it cool? Okay, a 2x3 in black goes in there. And then we've got these 2 little, I don't know what they're called, but I can guarantee something's going to plug into it. Only because this is almost exactly the same as the previous one. And as bad as my memory is, I still remember that from the other day. Okay, so that looks like that's done just for the time being. So I want this upside down piece and one of these. Let's go onto the back of there. One of this, let's go plug into there. Is that right? Yep. And then one of that goes there. And grey goes on top. That's looking pretty accurate so far. And then we take a blue waterfall piece. I'm going to call it a waterfall because, well, water falls, yeah. It runs to the edge and then falls off. Waterfall. Okay, that pops onto there. And 1 and 2 of those. And I need to bring the manual closer. I can't see from that far. Well, I can, but it's a very, very fuzzy manual. Okay. So we want 2 4 flats. Put those together and then pop those straight onto the top of there. Oh, I missed it. That's all right. That's why I just always look back as well. It's a there's a game that you play and it's a weird twisting tower game. This reminds me very much of that. Okay. So that's there, and then we take this piece and this one here, we lay that down that way. That one goes in there. Oh, so we've got one extra of that. I'm missing that. There we go. More inaccuracies in my well, that. Let's try and get this front peg in. There we go. So it's nice, flat, squares in, and good. And then we want to take this one, slide that into there, and this one just pops in there. And that is the end of bag number 6. Bag number 7, sitting right there. Right, so we've got a nice scattering of pieces. We've got little toothy bits, so I think we're going to be making the head next. But let's just finish this one off first. So we want 2 flat greys. And one goes... Sorry, I moved everything I'm working on right out of the way. One goes on the top there. And one slips into that back spot there. Okay, and our next one, we want 2 of these funny curved bits that I mentioned I don't like earlier. 2 of those and 1 of that. So that one goes into, it's meant to go into there. There we go. These ones go there to finish that bit in there. And then these 2 are just going over the top to complete the look. Right, so next we have a 2x1, 2x1 flat top black, and 2 1x4s with only 2 nibs on the top. And that one clips right onto there, onto the 4. And that's it. Looking good. Right, next we have 2 of these look like 4s that have been cut off in the corner. Stick those together like that. Then we've got a hinge piece. That's just going to go onto the front of these. There you go. Now you can sort of see what I'm doing if my hands get out of the way. There you go. So we're just building that up like that, with a 1x4 blue across the back, and that one there. Going on there with another of the 4x1s going across the back. We're going to take the funny S-shaped piece, just slip it up there. That sounded wrong. Okay, the orange piece going across, locking that all in, and a 2x1 grey right there. Right, now our next piece. Nope, that's just going aside for now. Let's bring all of these in. Okay, got a 3x3. That's got like a little griffy jewel piece there. Okay, so we want the 2 whites on either side of that yellow piece. Like that. Okay, and then we want to put these 2 there. 1 and oh dear. It appears we are missing a piece, and it's not in my spares pile. Oh no, sorry, I read that as a, no, it looked like it was a 2, but it's not. Okay, we don't have that problem at the moment. Okay, and 1x3 going across the top there. And then we're returning to this piece and sticking all of that onto there. Right, so next one we have this one little hinge looking piece. We're going to a tooth on each side. I wonder if those were original pieces made for Lego, or if they're just for Voltron, sorry, or if they are pre-existing from other kits. Okay, so then we flip that way and slot that into there. Okay, and then we're going to take these two, put them one on either side. Completing the muzzle. Two blue flats, one on each side. And then these ones, we're going to put one there, and one there. Flat grey on the back, holding all of that together. Two of these, one on each side of that previous flat grey that we put on. Okay, we've got the silver grey, making the top of the nose. This yellow piece just going across there, I think that's going to be the eyes. 4x1 going across the back of there. Okay, and we've got these interesting roofing corner bits. They used to be used for roofs when I was a kid back in the 80s. Used to stack them up and up and up. Right, so now we're going to take two of these. I really counted poorly because, yeah, I've got so many spare pieces. And that looks like that one goes on there. We can't quite see the bottom corner of the page, but it's looking like it's heading that way. Okay, so here we are at the end of page 17, bag 7. And let's flip over. We've got 2 pages to go. Well, 3 pages technically. Right, not a lot of pieces in here. I actually thought this step might be a bit longer. Alright, so we need one of this, and that is going to fill in that piece there. Interesting. Well, for me it is. Okay. 2 of these going onto the top of that black bit there. And then we're taking the lion's head again, popping that onto there. This black piece is going to go right across the top. This looks vastly different to the other head. Very, very different. Right, and then we're taking this piece here. We're clipping the lion's head into here. And then we're going to make up a piece like we had earlier with the black on one side, white on the other side. That piece there. It's Just going to build this up, and then that's going to lock the head on both sides. If I can get that piece to slip in together. Right, so popping that into there. Now we've got that all built and squozen and looking great. And next one is we want a 6, a 3. It's much easier to just say how many. A 1 yellow, a curvy one, a red, and a blue one slanted. So how are we going to build that up? Chair's squeaking again. I thought I'd fixed that last week. I need to move the manual. I can't see. Rightio. So we've got that. Okay. A 1 on there. 3 up the top. Okay, so it goes there, there, there. And then it looks like that goes up 1. That is in alignment with no, it looks like it goes there. And then this one goes onto that peg there. And then we do the same on the other side. So, but reversed. You can't build the same piece for this, you know, it's just going to look funny. Hold up. Oh, I missed a piece. Right, so that little angle piece was supposed to be in there as well. Now it doesn't make a huge difference, but it makes a difference nonetheless. Okay, red one going on there. Please, anybody who's watching, please tell me if I'm going too fast. Feedback's always appreciated. I can't improve if people don't tell me what I'm doing wrong. And there we go. Now we're moving on to, it's interesting. Okay, one of that is going on to the upside down flat. Just join those like so, and that is going to plug into there under the chin. There, size in there. Like so. Oh yes, that was indeed the dreaded piece of Lego falling on the floor. Okay, so that's, oh, rightio. So we've got this piece. So this comes into here. We have to clip that real clip onto that bar that's just there. And then we're going to put the axle through here. Right, so that's holding that. Okay. So that's that bit done, and then I think this piece we've got here is just building the tail. So we have to just plug that into there. And then this builds up quite self-explanatorily. Basically, you can look at this and go, ah, throw it together. And there we have a tail. Don't know why it's multicolored. Like, we've got two different types of grey there. Hey, it's a tail. My cat's tail is multicolored, so. Okay, now we're getting into the last section. That's a very interesting section to do. For this section, I probably could have actually held on to the axle. That would have been easier. What we're going to do before we start is we have these. Now, unfortunately, when it comes to these, they are really, really, really snug when you fit them into here, which also means that when we try to move the legs, it really, really stresses the this axle. Like, it twists the axle, and I kind of don't want that. So what we're just going to do is just go around the whole surface of it. We don't need to be super fine on it. Do you know the greatest thing? It's when you drop something that rolls on the floor and you can't bend your back. All right. So hopefully that will. So we're just trying to take just a little bit of material off. So hopefully we don't end up with it being stuck so hard. But if I drop this piece one more time, I think I'm going to lose my shit. Okay, so it's moving a bit better now. Could still probably take a bit more material off, but we can fix that up later. Don't want to spend too much time filing down pieces. Okay, so where is our other hinge? Okay, yep, see that? It moves nicely. It doesn't need to, be super flexible all the time, but it does help for it to be flexible. Okay, straining hands flying everywhere and pumping stuff. Let's get these legs built. Okay, and we want one of these. It's just going to pop into the middle there. And one of those. Okay, and a 6. Popping onto there. One of these on each side of here. Okay, and then we've got one of these ones with the teeth on. That's going to make the longer leg down the bottom, but that's neither here nor there right now. Okay, this round one to cap off here. For some reason I can never get those orientated to just pop on easily. Okay, top there and one there. So we've got the top part of the leg. That's just going to slot onto there. That's looking great. Okay, next one we will build up pretty much exactly the same, except this one is going to have the ball joints that we were working on just a little bit earlier. Okay, that's going to pop in there. I'm going to try and make sure that's straight. Of course, we can straighten it up when we're fitting it on. Okay, 6 underneath there. And I can't see the corner of the page clearly, but it's not that much to figure out at this point. Okay, and then we want this one here. That one just pops there, and one of these with that facing that way on the leg. And the red one on top. Flat, just to finish that off there. And that one there. And as I said just a moment ago, when we get this one here, we can just gently twist it until we can feel it grab somewhere. Then we can see that moves without stressing that axle. So last thing you want to do is break an axle, especially on when the axle is one of the most pivotal parts. And yes, I'm aware that pivot is another void term for It is a pivot, so rightio. Now we get to do the other side, which builds up pretty much exactly the same as the first one, except the orientation of the claw at the bottom will be opposite. A funky 4 goes in there, bit of 6. Pop that one onto there. It's usually about this point of doing a build where I start to just go autopilot, and I do apologize for that. It's just one of those things when you put things together. You do tend to just drift away, for lack of a better term. You just go autopilot, and then before you know it, you've put the rest of it together and you've paid absolutely no attention to anything else around you. There we go. So those hind thighs. Do animals have thighs? Like, that's a good question. Well, the name of the muscles. That will make an interesting Google search one day. Alright, so we're doing the last thigh. I'm going to call it a thigh. They refer to us, well, they're called chicken meat, thigh meat, because you've got the thigh and then you've got the drumstick, but I don't think that's called a calf muscle. Okay. So we're just building this one up exactly the same as we did last time. That one's a little bit snug in there though. These top bits just didn't want to pop in. Okay, we're going to go with that one under there. We want that one there. And we want to orient that, is it that way or is it the other way? No, it's the other way. As I said, it's the opposite. Or I could actually just, look at the instructions. But no, I'm going with arrogance and hubris here, and just, putting it together because I've already done 7 of these. I'm pretty sure. See? Look at that. Put the wrong piece on. That's what arrogance and hubris gets you. And yeah, somebody's going to flame me for saying hubris wrong. Thank you. Alright, so that's that one there done. Ready to go on. And it doesn't actually say, oh, it does. So we're going to come over to this side. Get a feel for where that is. There we go. Oh, hang on. What's happened there? That's not supposed to happen like that. What did I do wrong? That. And no, I did it right. I don't know what's happened there. Right, so we'll give this another go. No, that one's popping off. Okay, there we go. That one's still a little bit tight. It's easy enough. There we go. And there we go. There is the blue lion without its legs. Okay, let's get these last bits of the legs put on. I do have this little piece that popped up, and I thought it was from the Blue Lion bags, but it doesn't appear to be. I don't know if we actually need that piece at all. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 claw pads. No, so we build them up like this. And then 2, 1, 2, 1, and 2. Okay, these little bits go with the tab facing the back. 2, 3, and 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's kind of like a dance, isn't it? Now, I have an interesting dilemma here. Did I? I did. Maybe that... And here we go. So, you know how I said, oh, maybe I missed something. Why is it flying apart? I missed these pieces. I didn't put those in. And you wouldn't think it, but it offers so much more strength. Once again, arrogance and hubris. Right. There we go. That fit on much better. Look at that. You wouldn't think it, would you? Just a little something like that. Maybe people slam some doors a bit more, eh? Okay, so we're just going to slide these bits onto here. They do flare out a little wee bit. Yeah, don't know if you can see that. That's okay. Once we get this into Voltron mode, I very much doubt I'm going to pull these down and be playing with them as toy lions. Okay. And these ones just clip in like so. And I think that is our last bit done. It is. Cheap viewers on streambo.net. Remove the S Popeyes. Oh, I think he means remove the space. But there is no space. I don't care. Alright, so there we go. We now have the yellow and blue lines complete. Here they are side by side. Yes, although quite the same, largely different as well. Mainly through the middle and not having the fins on the back there. The question is, oh yeah, and Perceptor can ride it. There we go. So that's the blue line all done. Let's have a quick look into, I like not having the fins there so you can do the tail properly. fins provide just a little bit of see how that's springy there. I haven't fixed that one up quite well enough. Okay. There we go, that's worked much better. Nope. So that one I need to file a lot more. Both of them I have to do a lot more actually. So we'll do that a little bit later on. Oh, that is tight on there. No. There we go. And there we have leg mode. We'll put both of them into leg mode. Just do this off screen. Well, now I'm on screen. I was doing it off screen. I still need to take a lot more off this one as well. Right, and there we go. The two Lego Voltron Blue Lion and Yellow Lion in the leg mode, which I think is going to be a big toy. I'll probably wait. I'll probably do the green and red lions next, or maybe the green lion and the shield and the red lion and the sword, just because I know that both of those aren't going to be 2 hours worth of building. But there we go, looking good, feel good. It is quote sort of from War of the Worlds, Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds musical version. Absolutely brilliant. If you haven't listened to it, get out there and give it a listen. Got nothing to lose. And there's a person I used to work with, and suggested they listen to it, and I was like, nah. I was like, give it a go. What have you got to lose? It's 2 hours of listening. And so he listened to it, and he was grateful, he was happy, he loved it. So what if we pull that? Oh, there we go. There's a way of doing that. So if we just ease that off, just ease it off, you know, don't just yank it all the way off, just thank you for joining me today, everybody. No, I need to file that down a little bit anyway. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. It's been a fun build. It's, as with everything on this channel, it hasn't been without its trials, tribulations, and moments of oh. And you know what? My best friend will watch this and go, and that's why you buy genuine Lego and not the knockoff. Nah, he wouldn't. He's not that type of person. Just want to get that straightened up a little bit more. Anyway, there we go, guys. 2 hours of Lego building, and we have another line completed. So thank you very much for joining me today. Join me again tonight, where I'll be continuing my return to Skyrim, which, there you go. No, not quite. Yes, my return to Skyrim. It's see how that's so spongy in there, and it just does not feel good. We'll fix that later. Thank you very much for joining me today. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and yeah, come back tonight or tomorrow morning, you know, when my next time slot comes up, where I'll be returning to Skyrim and just having some fun with that. Alright, catch you all later.